Could be worse.
Not that bad.
For me, it's all about perspective. It's what you make of it.
What is up, and welcome back to another surprise. So soon, quickly back again here. Words. It's funny because I always practice these things in my head. I always think about these fun intros on, the car ride home, in the commute, and whatnot. And then I just come home and I whiff it. I just absolutely make a dog's dinner. Anyway, it's an indie world. Very surprising, especially seeing how close it was to the last partner showcase, and there's always the obvious question people have of like, well, why wasn't this part of the partner direct? Why wasn't this one big direct thing? Yada yada yada. Nintendo be Nintendo sometimes. I still hold faith. For those who did not watch the last video or don't follow my blue sky, my mesquites, my BSs, I forget what we're calling them. I still think there's a September direct. I still believe, even though we have Pokemon, you need. That's typically when they do the update about NSO. If it's like updates or new consoles or price increases or things like that, they typically do it around then, and then. There's still Metroid Prime. I believe Air Riders is supposed to be this year, but I could see that being December. But there's still a lot of unknowns. Not many. We have the big rough picture for the rest of the year. So it's really kind of just filling in some gaps. So I still think there is a September one. So with all that in mind, because this is an indie world, again, I always try and temper my expectations. But especially after last week's, I am not expecting much. I generally got the big two that people are going crazy for is Hades 2 or Silk Song. Neither of these are going to be here. Those are both too big for an indie world, and the fact this is only 15 minutes. I'm not even gonna count those ticks, but that's maybe 5 or 6 things. I do imagine this is gonna be a few cozy games, and then maybe a retro remake, something like the recent Ninja Gaiden or Marvel Cosmic Beatdown or whatever it is, the Marvel fighting beat 'em up. That's about it. Stuff of those ilk where it's oh hey, this is cool, this is neat. But there's honestly no point of speculating because I'm just last week's, or I don't know what day it is. Yeah, last week's partner direct that had the potential to blow my socks off. This is just going to be the case of hey, show me cool games. It doesn't even have to be this year. My expectations for this are a lot lower, but hey, I would love to be proven wrong. Heat. See, here's a prime example of Mina does look good, but this just isn't for me. I love the art style, I love the throwbacks, all the other stuff, but just not for me. On sale or something of that sort, but demo today. Neat.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Indie World. I'm Ariko.
And I'm Tyler. We're back to showcase a batch of new indies coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems. Since the launch of Nintendo Switch, indie games have brought us fresh perspectives, unique styles, and taken us on unforgettable adventures.
That's a lot to happen in one frickin' month, but wow. Thank you, indies.
Play for everyone. We can't wait to discover what new experiences talented indie developers around the world are bringing to both Nintendo Switch Nintendo Switch.
And without further ado, let's dive into some titles for Nintendo Switch.
Okay, I was literally about to say, like, I'm not a fan of 2D Metroids, and yeah, there it is. But honestly, I do like the texture and the art design is very cool. I do like it. Like it's almost like a children's book type deal. But like the horror Metroidvania 2D action game, nope. Like this is dime a dozen.
Oi, eu sou o Pedro, artista e designer do Neverway.
Eu sou Isadora, programadora e escritora do jogo. Quando começamos a fazer o Neverway, nós nos inspiramos em vários elementos de jogos que a gente ama. E nisso tentamos criar algo único.
A gente também notou como que usar contraste deixa as experiências muito mais fortes. Uma cena de terror, por exemplo, é muito mais impactante logo depois de algo acolhedor.
Esperamos que isso torne o mundo de Neverway muito mais vivo para você.
He's not wrong, but that's a weird sentence to say.
You ever want to quit your job, move to a farm, and become the immortal herald of a dead deity?
Sounds intriguing. Tell me more.
It sounded intriguing to Fiona too, who hopes to survive this unusual
It's funny because
circumstances in Neverway.
the sadistic part of me wants to
Co-created by
show my girlfriend this.
Celeste.
I kind of want it myself because I'm like, wait, there's farming and there's like nightmare horror. Okay, you're kind of speaking to me.
Marish?
Don't worry, these circumstances come with a sword that Fiona uses to explore and fight through the Neverway, an alternate reality leaking into her own.
That sounds intense. Is she alone?
Not at all. Along the way, she'll meet a variety of charming characters, each with their own unique routines and story to follow. Befriend, romance, or deceive them to unlock buffs and combat abilities to help you on your journey.
Okay, I might have to give this immortal herald thing a whirl.
Answer the call. Persist through this deadly dimension. Engage in fast-paced
Also, the normal directs don't have this cheesy ad.
descends onto
Ah.
Nintendo Switch next year.
But yeah, I miss when the normal directs were this like charming and wholesome. Like some people could argue it makes it the presentation longer and like it's unnecessary fluff, but I'm like at that point again that's when it just becomes. This feels like an actual presentation compared to last week, where it's just like, oh, this is trailers.
From the publisher of Firewatch comes Herdling, a new adventure from the creators of the acclaimed Far series. In this tale of beauty and companionship, guide a herd of mysterious creatures into the mountains and beyond.
The journey will be challenging but breathtaking as you traverse fog-wreathed forests, forgotten valleys, and snowy plateaus.
As you cross these diverse biomes, discover more of the fabled beasts known as calicorns and add them to your herd.
See, I feel so dismissive because I'm just like, this does look cool and interesting. It's just like, not day one. Can I buy it for $4, please?
Mystery at
Well, like it does look interesting.
Wield your staff to guide the calicorns and join their exhilarating stampedes.
Embark on a tale of trust and survival when Herdling climbs onto Nintendo Switch August 21st.
I was like, shoot, that's
Pre-orders begin later today
yeah, that's in
on
like
Nintendo
a
eShop.
few days. Radical.
Window seat or aisle?
Window. Booth or table?
Booth. Lone wolf or life of the party?
Ooh, now that's a tough one.
Well, those are the types of decisions you'll have to make in this pleasant puzzle game, where you organize groups of people according to their preferences. You're in charge of who sits where.
Play seating matchmaker to please picky
This is actually kind of cool. I do like
them
this.
into social situations and watching them react.
Discover each character's unique traits, from the relatable to the outlandish. Everyone
Piece together these satisfying puzzles at your own pace and unlock fun new scenarios like bus rides, banquets, limo rides, and more. Sit back.
I don't want it to look like I not care that I'm completely zoned out. I just don't want it to
Watching on Nintendo Switch.
all my sips to be picked up on the mic. So if it looks like
Favorite big
See-
city just got even bigger.
oh DLC.
Right. Little Kitty Big City is back with a free update, chock
Ah.
full of brand new opportunities for mischief.
Use the cat customizer to give your kitty a fresh new look, or even recreate your favorite fur ball.
Once you're looking meowvelous, head out into the city to explore new areas, make new friends, and check in on some familiar faces.
Get your paws dirty as you learn skills from your puppy pal, or strut your stuff for the fanciest feline celebrity in the whole wide city.
With a catwalk like that, it's a good thing you can also unlock additional camera mode features to capture it all.
Say cheese!
That's not a cat pun.
You gotta be kidding me.
The Little Kitty Big City free picture per
Either I rambled like for way longer than I thought I did, or we're halfway through this presentation.
We hope you're looking forward to the Nintendo Switch games you just saw.
Next up,
all four of them.
Indies bound for Nintendo Switch 2.
Hey, we're back!
Back and under attack.
What? Ah! Put on a
I haven't
squad up with your friends.
I haven't fully
Diving bell.
sit down and scripted and whatever, but I definitely have a rant in me about these
Grab your camera
these streamer games
and first up
because
for some shots
the super short is like
of the old world.
Film as many happenings as possible.
I just wonder about their long-term sustainability that like
As long as one
you know
to the surface,
a game like I don't know why but Metal Gear 2 that's a game that you could play 5 years 10 years 20 years after you know release and still enjoy it for what it was. A lot of these just feel like a product of the time where it's like, oh, this was the game of the moment. Same with like Peak or Repo or this or that. Like
content
I'm not saying they're bad games, it's just I wonder
Switch next year.
is it good making a product for that's meant to be disposable and like just blown through.
It's an action roguelike.
But again, I really need to formulate because I do think it's a genuinely fascinating topic, but I want to
I'm working with
break
an
into the
amazing
nitty-gritty
artist
of
who
it.
brought the world to life with a beautiful low polypixel art style, as well as composer Amos Roddy, whose pulse-pounding soundtrack locks you into the rhythm of the action. We can't wait to share with you all.
He has a pear on his head. He's so wacky.
Brand new survival roguelike, Ball Pit.
In the ruins of old Balbalon, you'll battle through auto-scrolling levels with brick-breaking style attacks using a bevy of balls that bounce around the battlefield.
You better believe it. There are over 60 randomized balls to equip and combine.
That's a lot of
with
balls.
friends. Experiment with powerful and unexpected synergies to blast your way through the pit.
Collect resources as you progress to build out new Balbalon with over 70 distinct buildings, earning you additional power-ups, bonuses, characters,
That's neat.
Each region of the pit offers its own special set of hazards, on top of swarms of increasingly challenging foes and mighty screen-filling bosses. This pit is packed.
Fortunately, you'll meet other treasure hunters along the way who can add their individual skills and upgradable powers.
Think about how many balls they have.
Experimentation and adaptation are crucial to the success of new Balbalon. So go out and create total chaos against the approaching hordes in Ball Pit, bouncing its way onto Nintendo Switch 2 this fall. And Nintendo Switch October 15th.
Why? That is such a weird rollout. Is this just a Switch port? It is. I think it's Switch 2. Wait, it never came to Switch 1?
スタジオスームラインドの渋谷です。
音楽担当とのムーです。
カイです。グレイシャーは私のホームである北海道の豊かな生態系や寒冷な気候から
That's so weird. I know it's on PlayStation.
その世界に共鳴すべく
So like why
自然にインスパイアされたそれでいて JRPG 的なスパイスの効いたアクションゲームです。遠い未来の海に住む会長の一羽として彼らの視点で展開する物語を楽しんでください。
65 million years in the future, the Everwinter has encased Earth within a permanent layer of ice. But under the surface, a new chapter unfolds.
In Glacier, you play as a Twi, an evolved avian species descended from dinosaurs, endowed with the abilities needed to protect the Everwinter oceans.
These stunning underwater worlds are full of mysteries that are waiting to be explored and defended.
As you swim through these scenic vistas, you'll engage ferocious marine beasts in real-time combat, unleash melee and ranged attacks, along with special abilities to fell these foes.
Use experience gained from these battles to build up your Twi's wings and various abilities to become the Everwinter's ultimate protector.
Get ready to soar the seas at the end of time in Glacier, launching as a timed console exclusive.
I don't hate it. I'm like, alright, please tell me more.
Before we go, let's check out a few more exciting indie games heading to Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch.
That is a hipster ass fucking game. I play the fuck out of it, but Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was Animal Crossing for half a second. And I was like, wait, that makes no sense. My favorite indie game, Animal Crossing.
That's all for today's Indie World. We hope you enjoyed the games in today's showcase.
A big thank you, as always, to our indie community and partners for bringing their craft, adventures, and imaginations to players on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch.
Follow our official Indie World account to stay up to date on the latest news from Indie World.
Until next time, happy gaming!
Cool, Mr. Nintendo. Yeah. So honestly, I think it's just a matter of perspective and whatnot, and like all jokes aside, I never expect big things out of Indie World. Maybe it's just like how abysmal last week was. Maybe like my expectations are really low. But like I was like, I thought this was solid. Like if I know that I scored the last one, but if that one was like maybe like a 3 or a 4, like it was just like not good. This is like a 5 or a 6. Like if you are a gamer who only plays on Nintendo and really is big into indies, this is like, yeah, you got more like none of these games knock my socks off. And there's very few that are like, oh, that's a day one. I want that right away. It's like I check out most of these. Like I'm intrigued. I think a lot of them I'm just gonna add to a wish list and then never think about them again. But like for most of them, like they looked solidly decent. Compared to last week where I was literally struggling to make a thumbnail where it was like, I mean, the mouse game was kind of cool, and then Pac-Man was kind of neat. Like, I think if you had combined the two, it still probably would have been like okay, like a little more solid. But I do think like giving the indie world the space it needs to breathe and whatever probably does help it a lot more. Not being dragged down by those other games, but like I didn't love it, but like I think it set out what Indie World is meant to do. It's showing me a bunch of cool indie games coming up in the next few months. Not all of them are going to speak to me, and I'm not going to be super jazzed about all of them, but it's like, oh wow, like if you view it just in terms of like indie game development, it's like, hey, look, there's lots of cool indie games. There's lots of cool games that the general public might not know about. People who aren't constantly online or reading guides or tweets or things like that, like who know every single release calendar release date coming up for the next like 4 or 5 months. So I think this is a great way to introduce new people to it. There's definitely been better ones. Like I think the one I was kind of pausing at the end was like Mina the Hollower, because I'm not quite sure if it's good or bad. It didn't end with it, because it's like that probably was the biggest game. That would be your one more thing, but it's also like I don't think the purpose was hyping up Mina the Hollower. It was just like, hey, Mina, here's the release date, yada yada. Like, let's show some other cool games. Let's give some other indies their time to shine. And because of that, like, I can't fully hate this, because again, like this one, like, generally, like, I say it as a joke. I'm kind of interested. Like, I don't know how much, if I'm actually going to jump at the chance to play it day one. But, like, I am intrigued. I do want to see more and learn about it. But, so in that regard, I can't say, like, it's not bad. It's not a 3 or 4 like last week. There was just, like, okay, it was neat. Like, I think the 15-minute length kind of said everything it needed to. And on that note, I guess I'm not going to ramble anymore and just say, hey, if you've enjoyed my off-the-cuff, rambly, all over the place, energized, coffee-fueled antics, you can follow me at Viral Vinnie on Instagram, Viral Vinnie Show on Facebook, Viral Vinnie Blue Sky. I'm sure I'm other places. Just Viral Vinnie most places. If you're asking for a liver or a kidney or a money loan, it's probably not me. But I've been Viral Vinnie. This has been the Indie World for August 7th, 2015. That is not correct. I wish it was. We please, dear God, go back in time from this hellscape. 2020. But yeah, this has been the Indie World. I've been Viral Vinnie. It's been solid. I'll see you guys next time.
Who's your dad?